welcome to the Acid Trash Jamboree, the home of weird, wild, and occasionally extremely patience-testing music and movies. And yeah, on the agenda today is Bog, a cryptid-themed horror movie from 1978, which could very well win the award for being the most mind-numbingly dull picture of the entire decade. As far as the storyline goes, an afternoon fishing session backfires horribly when a foolish sort uses dynamite to catch the scaly inhabitants of a lake, only to inadvertently awaken a huge, slimy, bloodthirsty creature from its centuries-long slumber, with predictably dire results. Upon arriving at said lake, two vacationing couples, Chuck and Kim, and Alan and May, discover the fisherman's empty boat and decide to use it for their own purposes, though it's not long before the beast strikes again, tragically killing the two women in the process. As you'd expect, Chuck and Alan vow to take revenge on their wife's killer, even consulting the local hag of the woods to get some clues as to what might be going on. They're not alone in their search, though, as all manner of scientists, cops, and scuba divers are also hot on the creature's heels. So yeah, talk about a disappointment. I mean, I wasn't exactly expecting too much from this regional US effort, but I thought I'd give it a go anyway, and it turns out that Bog gets routinely dumped on for good reason. Yeah, as I said at the start, this is that very worst thing that any horror film can be. In a word, boring. The vast majority of the runtime is taken up by tedious chatter, as the assembled cast try to get to the bottom of just what's been killing the townsfolk. All the while, the monster itself remains elusive, not least from we the viewers, doing most of its stalking and killing POV style. The great Stephen Thrower, author of the amazing book Nightmare USA, once said that the biggest mistake that any self-respecting monster movie director can make is to not show the damn thing for most of the flick, no matter how cheap and pathetic it looks. In this case, he was talking about Don Dola epics like Night Beast and The Alien Factor, which play out like cinematic masterworks compared to this tripe. Granted, the monster in Bog is pretty lame, but I'd certainly rather see scenes of said pitiful lump of rubber lumbering about and causing havoc, rather than have to snooze through the incessant talking. As it is, though, we see pretty much nothing for the first hour, and yeah, even when it kicks off for the climax, the film remains frustratingly bloodless. Even the PG-rated Spawn of the Slithis, another underwhelming Creature of the Black Lagoon knockoff, also released in 1978, has more going for it in that respect. Chuck in a bland, 50s-styled score of orchestral nothingness, plus a horribly corny theme song, and yeah, this is a total slog to get through. Bog does try its hand at a bit of 70s trippiness on a couple of occasions, with some pleasingly dreamy underwater photography. So it's not a total write-off, but it's not enough to make me want to sit through it again. So is this the single most boring horror movie of the 70s? Well, it's certainly down there, but in truth, it has some pretty stiff competition in that regard. It's certainly the most boring movie that I've sat through this year that I actually paid money for. So yeah, in a nutshell, unless you're trying to watch every single last film mentioned in Nightmare USA, you can safely skip over this one. This German import double DVD set comes with a bonus movie, the gothic giallo Death Smiles on a Murderer, a Joe D'Amato effort starring Klaus Kinski, which I've wanted to see for ages. Unfortunately, though, just to add to the disappointment, it's the German language version without subtitles, so I couldn't even watch it to make up for the crappy main feature. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. I hope this episode has been enjoyable anyways, As ever, I've got plenty more cool stuff lined up for review in the not too distant future. In the meanwhile, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again soon on the Acid Trash Jamboree.